I recently started reading the book The Art of Simple Living by Shunmyo Masuno and immediately came across numerous ideas that really resonated with me and made perfect sense to apply to my daily life. One of the first points that hit home was that you should always have a routine to start your day. Morning routines make getting through the rest of the day easier, especially if you start with cleaning. Yes, you may say, I can't spend the rest of my life cleaning, but it's so much more than that. It's about preparing yourself for the day, clearing your mind, and preparing it for the actual work of the day. You've done the chore of the day, you've cleaned away the cobwebs of the night before, the day before, whatever came before, and you start afresh. It's like that military idea of making your bed each morning. I do this as a matter of course, but I have 4 dogs in the house, so sweeping the floors in the morning is not only essential, but it does give me a sense of accomplishment. Certainly, when I sweep up an entire new dog's worth of hair, it gives me a sense of accomplishment. Also, it does give me a smile, because every time I sweep the steps, I think of Terry Pratchett's Lao Tse, or Sweeper, especially in Night Watch, or even Thief of Time. I'm wandering off the topic. But even when you feel like you're in a rut, that your routine is making you live in a Groundhog Day over and over, you have to accept one truism. Every day is different. Every moment of every day is different. Even if you are doing the same thing over and over and over again, you are, in its simplest form, sweeping up different dog hair, cleaning a different room. The day dawns differently. The weather is different from one day to the next. I mean, regardless of whether or not you're doing things by rote in your routine, at 8:01 yesterday you picked up the broom. Today at 8:01 you fluff the pillows first before picking up the broom. Routine just calms the human mind, lets you open up and get settled, so that when you do try to move on to something new in your day, you know that you have already cleared away the detritus of what came before and have done your chore. Your house is clean. You feel like you have accomplished something and now you can move on. You've done your work and now you can play. You can play with your ideas, with your dreams, with your craft, with whatever it may be. I mean, cooking, painting, gardening, creating. Always creating in one way or another. And that doesn't negate anything that is work in the traditional sense. If it's writing an email, you do so creatively, so as not to upset the receiver. If you are programming a computer, or writing a legal brief, or fixing a burst pipe, or putting a roof on a house, that may be work, but it's also creating and helping and adding value to your own and somebody else's life. That's huge. You're doing it every day, adding value to the world. That's remarkable. Of course, there are good ways and bad ways of doing things, but it all begins with routine. It's so strange. They say a change is as good as a holiday, but the reality is that as soon as I, the ultimate homebod, have been on holiday for a few days, I want to get back into my routine. If I go away on holiday, it takes me absolute ages to settle down, and every day feels slightly off kilter. I think routine is good. I cannot see the bad side of routine. Note, I did not say comfort zone, an entirely different concept. Do not think you live a small and uninteresting life because you wash the dishes every morning, or make your bed every morning, or brush your teeth every morning. These little touchstones, these little routines, these little daily grinds actually do help. It's as good as having breakfast in the morning, except it's nourishment for the mind. Even sweeping the floor becomes a Zen thing. I tend to think about what I would like to achieve during the day. I'm not even really concentrating on the floor. I mean, it's not rocket science after all, but pretty good exercise. I digress again. But at the end of it all, I have a clean floor. and a clearer idea of what the day ahead looks like. Not only that, I feel good about achieving something. My house is clean, and if a surprise visitor pops in, I'm ready to welcome them instead of cringing at the mess. Anyway, just a little thought on routine. Routine is not always routine.